Yo, today I have with me the infamous guy that I keep posting on Facebook and Instagram, you know. The guy that got his Corvette in 6 months of launch, bro.
Let's go.
Yeah, so how did we meet, bro?
Dude, I had you added for a very long time, and I remember when you first when you first started your business, like your first ever business.
We don't talk about that business, bro. No, bro. He still remembers that one clothing brand that I said like we didn't go well with our business partners, like, or at least my business partner. And he actually wanted a shirt. I was like, how do you remember that?
Yeah, one of the slime shirts. But then you know, we posted a lot of like the. I remember I hit you up on the car picture. It was the C8s.
Yeah.
The rainbow C8s.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And so I was like, you know, I was wondering how'd you get all that? It's just, you know, people are curious, right?
People are always curious. Yeah, I don't blame you.
I just DM'd you and we just started talking.
Yeah, like I was actually on my Vietnam trip when it happened, and I was like, what the heck? Yeah, bro, like we could set up a meeting, talk about it, and then from then on, you know, we hit the ground running. He's been one of the most disciplined ones, just like Danny, you know. Straight to it, gets the mission done, you know, and gets straight to the point. He almost ran into generational debt right there, but anyway, the point is, yeah, he like hit the ground running, and he started, you know, with his first product, and now he has a couple products, you know. Like, fast forward a little bit, you know, just like how I asked Danny, you know, what were some hardships, bro, or anything that like came up that was like, what the heck?
The hardest part is probably starting, like I was, you know, this is something new. Like you know, I went through college, got my 4-year degree, started working as a registered nurse, and I was like, man, this is kind of hard, just working just this one job, and I felt like I wanted to do something more, just to branch out and just to take, you know, and as many opportunities as I can before I go to grad school. And so the hardest part is definitely starting. It's the mindset, and then after that, I was just, you know, talking to suppliers. I've never really done that type of communication, but you know, kind of taught me.
He messaged me like almost every other night. It's like, bro, they said this. How do I reply? I'm like, bro, yeah. It's easy. It's okay. But that goes to show, like, everything you don't know. Like you don't know everything when you go into a field that you're not used to. But that's the whole point of reaching out to somebody. I mean, that's why he reached out to me. And to be clear, we were never friends at all. Like, we were Facebook friends, yes, like associate wise, you know, it was cool. But like, I had never known him until like we actually, you know, I taught him, and then we started bonding. But that's some things that come with it, you know, like you completely are on even playing fields that you don't know this person, and then all of a sudden now, like, you know them, and it's like, now we're just hanging out, you know, we're just gooning.
Business means, oh God.
He's not used to, he drives his vet like a grandpa, man. What the heck?
That's true.
Oh my goodness. We be trying to get some video shoots of him, and I'm like, bruh, you need to speed up.
Yeah, it still doesn't feel like it's, you know, it still doesn't feel so real. Like,
yeah, how does it feel? How does it feel, bro, when you go into your garage and now you have a C8 just because you started that business, bro?
Like, I feel this. I feel motivated every day. Like, if I'm having a bad day, just open up my garage. Like, oh my God, this thing's in my car, and this thing's in my garage, and I'm like, I just remember, you know, when I started the mentorship, you know, Kai had a C8 himself before he got this Lambo, and he drove me in that car. I'd never driven in that car before. I drive like bomb cars, Mazdas, and Hondas, Toyotas, and when he was at one point in the drive, like he asked me, he's like, hey man, you want to drive? And I was like, dude, I'm
good.
Thank you, but I'm gonna try to get one myself. And you know, in 6 months I made it happen.
It's crazy to think. No, we both tell each other, like, he tells me, he's like, you probably wouldn't have thought I'd be able to get it, right? And I was like, honestly, I was not expecting it, but I mean, with the way that I train and teach people, and like, it's just how it goes. Like, if you believe in yourself, then you're halfway there, you know? And then this is what I've instilled onto him now, you know? And now he started to take on his own, you know, mentees himself. So it's more so like I learn from, you know, courses and other stuff, and I pass that on now to where I learn now, you know? You implement knowledge and you want to pass it on to other people. And this is the way it's gone, you know? And all it took was a simple outreach, and that's what people don't understand. like, he saw that I posted, like, my white vet with all the other vets that I posted, and was like, yo, student results, student stuff, right? And then he made one outreach, and then now here we are, you know, he has his own.
Yeah.
And
my life changed forever, you know, just finding out that there's other money opportunities other than just working your 9 to 5 or, you know, working whatever job you have with a college degree. Like, it can only go so far. Either you can pursue greater education or, you know, you do business.
But that's the beauty. You're doing both, bro. Because now you're using that business to fund, like, because I'm pretty sure grad school is not cheap, right?
No, dude. 100K a year.
Oh, nah, man. But that's what I'm saying. He gets to pursue his career path that he still wants to, and feasibly too, and not by the end of grad school that you're in complete debt.
Yeah.
And that's what college doesn't teach you. Like, I get it, and I'm all for it, like going to learn and educate yourself and stuff like that. But nowadays, like, it's like certain fields just isn't worth it. Like, you're putting yourself $60K into debt just to, like, get out to an entry-level job that's not going to cover it. And then those entry-level jobs will go ahead and ask you, hey, do you have any experience? How can you have any experience if you just finished college? And now you're $60K into debt. And they don't teach you anything about business, you know, starting one, or, like, what's it like just to, like, step foot outside of just going to school and stuff like that. And there's other routes too. You can take a technical career path, a technical job, and that would still cover it instead of just focusing on college, you know? And, like, we're both college graduates, and we could easily say, you just need to branch out and do something else that will fund the rest of the stuff that you want to do. Like, I could go back and take my master's in computer science, but fuck that. I don't want to. But, you know, Merrick's passion is he wants to commit to his actual career field, and now he's able to, and, you know, affordably too, and not have to worry by the end of grad school be, like, drowned in debt, you know?
Yeah, man. So, like, Amazon, you know, it's just like nursing. Like, nursing, you have to love it to do it. Like it's a very flexible career. Like, you can do, like, it can be an OR nurse, you can be ICU nurse, med-surg nurse. And the thing about Amazon is that it's kind of like nursing. You nurse different categories you can sell in, like pet category, you know, home decor, and that's just what I love about, you know, this business and doing it. It's just if something doesn't work out, you can always branch out somewhere else, or something that interests you, you can always do that. Like, there's always something for you.
How did you feel when you first started? Nervous?
Nervous, dude. Like I said, like, I was nervous. Like, my other friend was doing it too, but it's just business. You think you're alone, like, at first, but, you know, when I had Kai teach me, and, like, he answered all my questions, you know, I felt like I wasn't alone in business, and I felt like I could be more successful. And that's why, you know, I was able to launch, like, a couple of products, and you know, do teaching. Like, I teach on I've been teaching on FBA. I've been teaching the FBA mentorship, and it's definitely a new experience for sure. Everyone has different problems, but you know, if I ever had any problems with that, I could just reach out to Kai too. So it all works together.
Yes, sir. And that's how it goes. Like, once you learn something and now you're able to pass it on and efficiently, like, I won't be able to teach, you know, hundreds of you guys one-on-one and all that stuff. So it comes to a point where it's like I have to entrust other people that I've trained from the bottom up now to do that exact thing. So, you know, did just that, you know, and he's been pretty on top of it, you know, with his 2 mentees that he's been having so far. Yeah. And like, it's surreal, because I still can't fathom that this happened in the span of 6 months. Like, well, what the fuck?
That's not surreal. Like I go everywhere, and everyone at my work is like, oh my god, you're the guy with the new CA, like, how'd you do it? And I don't even know. I was like, business, that's just what it is. And just taking a risk on yourself and doing something that you would be kind of uncomfortable doing at first. But, you know, if you put all your effort, if you put your time, like, you will succeed, you know? Like, business is what you put into it, and you'll get that's the thing, you'll get what you want out.
Beautiful. That is beautiful. you only get back what you put in, bro. So like, if you only put in a little bit of time and a little bit of effort, you're not gonna see much, ripe from it or grow from it, And I think that's the beauty of it. Like, you gotta put in work to actually get anything done. Just like nursing school and all that stuff, like he has to put in all that work to like get the grades that he wants, gets the test results, or like just understand the career field that he's going into, right? And if he's just doesn't give a shit about it, I mean, he's not gonna learn much. So it just goes to like showing anything. Or like business, if you're inconsistent, then those inconsistencies will end up showing up, But if you're consistent day in and day out with the business that you're trying to learn, eventually you will make it and you're able to, refine the craft. Like, the only way to get better is to actually do it and refine it. And it doesn't technically mean you have to do Amazon, by the way. Like, feel free to do whatever else that you guys believe in and want to do. But the first step, like I say in all my fucking videos, and it correlates back every fucking time, is to just start. Him 6 months ago, we didn't know each other, like, clearly. And now we've been hanging out, we've been cruising. He drives his black C8, and every time I'm just like, what the fuck, man?
You don't even think it's surreal. You don't even think it's surreal.
I don't think, like, still sometimes I'm just like, but, that just goes to show the teaching is solid. You gotta do the work, man. And the only reason why I've been able to do it is I've done this for 2.5 years, like you go through this motion of learning the business, sharpening your craft, that you're able to pass it on. And I think that's the beauty of it. If you truly know what you're talking about, you're able to teach it to someone else. So that's why, like, Merrick's been able to teach someone else now. He knows what he's talking about, and he was able to scale it in 6 months, bro. Like, it took me finally 2.5 years to finally scale at that point. But like, it's an honor being the teacher, to be able to teach him to become the teacher that he is now. So, but now we just hang out. Like, we're about to just go eat and support our homie. Like, I already went with Dakota like last week, but I didn't record that as a video. So we're about to go with Merrick since Dakota doesn't want to join us today. Fuck him. I'm just kidding, dog. But yeah, we're gonna try the crispy pork. It's pretty good. But
yeah, show him the C8 when we get back.
Yeah. Part 2 is when I show him this. When we show you guys the C8, and also how you lost some friends, bro. Right? Like, all that stuff. Like, it's heartbreaking, man. Like, but
I mean, I will. Them, but people.
We'll save that for part 2.
Yeah.
Save that for part 2. I gotta make the most of these. All right. Peace out, gang.
Yes.